Well, hello everybody, how we doing? Hopefully you're having a good night here. Not having too bad of a time myself. It's been a little while since I've been streaming. In the last couple weeks, actually. But don't worry, we'll get through this. Just gotta mute it so I don't hear myself on repeat the entire day. I was, Patch Tuesday strikes again, I tell you. It's Windows devices apparently always the one to try to keep me from streaming. So I have my streaming box that's up here. I'm actually streaming up here because my knee hurts and it hurts to go up and down the stairs at the moment, so that's why I'm in my non-usual location streaming a non-usual game. OXO, welcome to the stream. All good, thanks. Oh, that's good to hear. Hopefully the last couple weeks treated you well. Did you able to get away from the job or anything the last couple weeks? I did. I was on vacation for the last week that I streamed, which was apparently on June 16th. That was the first week of my vacation. The second week of my vacation, I went to Texas. That was actually an improv trip. I was not planning on going to Texas. I mean, I had planned the trip like a few years ago, but I was waiting for my parents to be able to go with me because my mom wanted to go to San Antonio and see the Riverwalk and everything, and I just happened to think about it, and I was like, you know what, I'm off for 3 weeks. She is now retired, so I was like, hey, you know what, let's go ahead and do it and plan this trip forever. And of course, now that I am streaming, this is the first time, no joke, if you guys heard a small explosion outside, that is because my neighbors are celebrating now the 6th of July. They've been celebrating the 4th for like the last week and a half. It's been... Not that I'm annoyed by it at all. I guess their patriotism is something we all should strive to because they've been celebrating the 4th of July since June 16th. Last time I streamed. Oh, I forgot that wipes me out there. This is not what I plan on streaming the whole time. I was actually, just giving ideas of the reason why, I guess I'll say, I was kind of late, but I knew I was going to be late streaming tonight because today was my first day back at work in 3 weeks. Because there was nothing to do during the pandemic year at the school, I ended up not taking any of my vacation days since I worked 12 years, I worked 12 months a year. I worked 12 years a year. No, I worked 12 months out of the year, so I get 4 weeks vacation, which is very nice. I've been at the job for a while to be able to get that, and the problem is usually, like, I'll have to take it when the teachers aren't there, so... Like, spring break is usually a time... Man, I am stinking it up in this one. You'd think I had never raced in this before. 10th? That's no good. Kind of not paying attention to what I'm doing, but anyway, so this year I took it all at the same time over the summer when the students aren't there and when the teachers aren't there, so I can at least get all that going. Hey, Christopher Lawrence, welcome to the stream. No, long time no see. I was thinking the same thing. I thought to myself... You know what, I might not stream tonight, but at least I'll do a brief one so you guys know I'm still alive. I had to, the last time I tried streaming from this location, the app kept getting backlogged with it, and I found out what it was. Every Tuesday, Microsoft pushes out their patch updates, and that's what was happening. This PC is not usually on, the one that I have up here in the living quarters, is what I'll call it. So I wasn't... The last time I tried streaming from here, it didn't work out as well. Because the Patch Tuesday updates for Microsoft was interfering with the video encoding, because this PC, it's just an old... It's actually a small, little, tiny PC I have hidden in my entertainment center. And I usually use it for capturing video off of my new consoles. So I decided one day, I should try streaming from it as well. And so I do now, because the capture card allows for streaming. But last time, yeah, it just didn't work out because the Patch Tuesday updates from Microsoft, it took, I'm no joke, 2.5 hours to install 2 updates. And the whole time, the CPU on this thing was at 100%. It's not that old. I mean, it's an old box. It was just one I kind of had I found it actually in some tech recycling at one point, and I fixed it up. It was basically missing an SSD, and I think the CPU needed reseated in it, and it started working. So as long as it keeps working, I'm going to keep using it. Free is the best kind of PC, right? But it wasn't free because I actually had to pay for a new front panel for this box because it was missing off of the thing. I guess somebody took that off as parts. And then reseating the CPU. Thankfully, the CPU was still working. But I like the box because it's just one of those... It's just small enough to basically go unnoticed in this entertainment center here. And I actually have a cabinet I can shut. I have a monitor hooked up to it and everything, but you can't see it unless the doors are open, so... Alright, let's see here. This is a 200cc race. I'm not racing against people online because that is just... If I wanted to have a bad day, I would race this online. But no... While I was waiting for the Patch Tuesday updates to happen, I'm like, well, I'm going to at least play some Mario Kart while I'm waiting because this is taking forever. And I did. I got trophies in the 200cc's because since the last time I beat this game, it's been all... it's been deleted. What in the world? See, right there at the end, I get hit by 2 random objects. I'm not going to get the trophy on this one. I had all golds at one point, but then the Switch... lost everything. I had to send it into Nintendo to get it repaired, and nice little shelf for my controller there. Christopher Lawrence asks, how was your trip to the video game museum? And oh yeah, OXO also says, oh yeah, the museum, how was that? I'll tell you a little bit about it. I will let you know that is going to be what the video is this week. I do have a video ready to go. It actually took a while to edit because I had a ton of footage to go through, but I think I got it going down. I'm just going to summarize by saying, definitely good. I don't know if I can recommend that everybody make a long trip like I did, because from Illinois down to the museum was about 10 to 14 hours, somewhere in that time range, just to drive there. Now, a lot of people could fly. If you're flying there, it should be great, but I mean, so I can't recommend it to everyone, but... I think if you are close enough to that area in Frisco, Texas, it's just north of Dallas-Fort Worth, so you don't have to get deep in the heart of Texas or anything in there. I would definitely recommend a trip. It's kind of one of those things where if you're in the area, if you're passing through, definitely worth a stop by. If you have kids, that's one of the best museums to take a kid to because you can play everything. Like, no joke, you can play a lot of the systems that are on display there. That's one of the things that that's like, if I designed my own game museum, it would be similar to what they did. Like, I've thought of that through in the past if you would do that. Like, if I were to start my own museum with all that stuff, you have to make it playable. And I think that was their philosophy in it, too. The first thing I played was, they had, I'm assuming they had some other technology running it, but they had a giant... Pong machine set up. You literally had a giant desk size and desk height thing that had 2 giant knobs on it. You almost had to use 2 hands to control it all. Of course. And I get hit like 4 ways right there. At least I wasn't the first for the blue shell. But anyway, so we played that as soon as we walked in, but they had an original Pong arcade machine in there. That's one of the few arcade games I'd really like to collect myself. So they had one of those. They had a computer space arcade machine set up, but you couldn't play that one. I was like a little disappointed in that, but that game's overly complicated anyway. So, and yes, they had the brown box prototype for the Magnavox Odyssey sitting in there too. It was behind glass case. That's like I said, one of the few things you couldn't touch. I'm assuming for legal reasons. I was trying to figure out if maybe it was a reproduction or if it was the actual brown box that Ralph Baer had, because since he passed away, I did hear that he donated it to a museum. So, or his estate did. So I didn't know that, but maybe that's the museum they donated it to. There we go. First place finish. Did I see the illustration of video game stores? Yes, I did. That was pretty good. In 1983. Yeah, I know that place because Gaming Historian already made a vlog about it. You know what the funny thing is, Christopher? I did not see Gaming Historian's video about it until after I got back. I saw somebody else who's a smaller YouTuber who I don't think he does a lot of video game videos normally, but somebody posted a video where they, oh, I got silver. They posted something where they just did a tour with a buddy, and it was, I mean, it was kind of well done, but there was no like production value. It was just literally a guy holding a phone camera and talking over as they're seeing things, and it was in real time as they walk through the museum. So, not the best, but that's the first time I had seen inside the museum. I actually heard about it when they were doing fundraising, trying to get the museum started back in like 2013, 2014. And they were looking for a building. So I've been kind of following this museum since then, and finally pulled the trigger this year to go see it. Oh, I got bronze. I thought I got silver. That's right. 200 cc's on this is crazy. And by the way, as we're getting started, so that was I had to finish that up since I was playing this while we were actually doing it. But if you guys notice, the game on here that I have, that I want to stream today, is actually Mario Golf. That's right. Had to get this game. You guys knew I had to get it. I'm always playing golf. Whatever. In fact, one of the last streams I did play the tournament golf, which is Neo Turf Masters on the Neo Geo, so I had to play this one. I actually thought I was going to be streaming Hot Shots Golf 2 for the PlayStation 1, because I found that last weekend, and I was going to stream that last week before I got this game. So yes, I did not... Forewarning you on this, I did not pay full price on this game because one retailer was having a sale on it. They had $5 off. So basically it took care of the sales tax. But I also had some reward certificates. I didn't get it as cheaply as I got Ratchet and Clank, but it was cheap enough to where I'm like, you know what, 35 bucks, I'll go ahead and pick up Mario Golf. What's funny is this intro is very long. I popped this in last night because, of course, it had an update. And then the Switch, that was another thing, too. Everything had an update today. My laptop that's sitting on my lap, you guys can't see, had an update. The PC streaming box that I'm using to stream this had an update. And the Switch had an update. I'm sure if I turn on the PS5 or the Xbox, those would have an update, too. It's Patch Tuesday. It just never fails. Tuesday is the best day to release any... Wario makes me laugh in this thing, by the way. So yeah, so like I said, that's the first exhibit when you walk in. It's got all the oldest video game stuff in there. It's really cool to see. Seeing the brown box prototype in person was very nice. It really kind of, I don't know, seeing that museum and seeing all the early stuff, that's most of the stuff I'm missing. I'm missing an Odyssey, I'm missing the Sears Telegames, Pong, the Coleco Telstar, which I almost got a Telstar. In that video game conference I went to in Bloomington. If you guys saw that video, I almost got a Telstar. But unfortunately I couldn't tell if it was working and it was missing the label. It just didn't look good. It definitely needs some TLC. So I had to pass on it, but like I want to get some of those other games systems from that time period before the Atari. The Fairchild Channel F and the Bally Astrocade, missing those. So it was great to get to see those. Most of the game systems they had hooked up are the game systems you've ever heard of, played, or the popular, I'll say, obscure ones. Like they had an Atari 7800 hooked up. So that was one of the things they had on there. But they had a wall of things, and you'll see this in the video, but they had a wall of consoles you could play, a PlayStation 2, Atari 7800, a Master System, Nintendo. They had an Atari VCS hooked up to a CRT. That was awesome. They had a Dreamcast hooked up. They had it all. Did I meet the owner of the museum? I don't know if he's the owner, but yes, in the gift shop, I ran into one of the guys who started the museum. He said it was him and another guy from New York, both started the museum, and I asked him why they landed in Texas if he was from New York, and he said apparently that was like where he grew up, so he decided to come back in here. We're going to play some standard golf. We're going to do some button controls. Yes, you can play as Waluigi again. Sorry, I missed that comment at first. We're going to do button controls because my knee hurts and I can't stand up on it very long. We're going to do one. Stroke play. You know, I'm not going to play against anyone. I'm just going to play myself just because I'm going to try it out. And I always like to play as Wario. Does he? Yeah, the stats do change. What's Waluigi's stats? It's not that much different. Maybe I'll play as Waluigi, because he's a lot better than Wario. Alright. I might have to... Well, I usually play as Yoshi. That's what I did in the other ones, and Yoshi's not bad either. Yoshi's pretty good. Alright, you're going to make me play as Waluigi. Waha! I never played the rookie course, but I am going to try Bowling Greens. Available to play 18 holes of Ridgelock. So you kind of unlock them as you go. We're going to do a full round, because why not? Yeah, and I don't do any of the special shots. Requires full energy. I just played the golf part of the game, kind of like the one I remember from the GameCube. But yeah, so I met the guy who co-started the museum. It was basically two people that combined their video game collections to start a museum. And I mean, I'm not kidding you. They have it all. They had some things, believe it or not, all the history that I know of video games, they still had things there that I had never heard of. I was very shocked. Very shocked at that. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to make people wig out here. Let me go back. And... yeah, right there's good. Where's the wind coming at me 9 miles an hour? Like my thumb. We're going pretty good. Alright. Yeah, a little hook. Going right for the bunker. Right for the bunker. Yep, what'd I tell you? Oh, it stopped in the rough. I'm surprised I didn't go in the bunker. So you can tell it's more arcade style in there. Let's check it out. Let's do there.
Nice shot.
There we go. It's still hooking though. I thought I adjusted my aim away from the hole. Is that going to stay on the green? Nope, it's going to go off. I still haven't gotten used to the intricacies in this game. Yeah, this said with Norman, the same with Norman Gaming Historian. Yeah, I actually didn't watch this video yet because before I finish editing my video, I don't want to watch his because I don't want to duplicate anything he does intentionally. And I just, like I said, it's kind of a tainted thing. I don't want to taint the video that way. There we go. Waluigi saves par. This will be one of the games. Surprisingly, Animal Crossing has gotten 140 hours out of me. This game's going to be next. I don't like how the weather patterns seem to be random. I should have shut that off. Keep it all the same weather pattern, but I guess I didn't really see a choice to do that either. But yeah, I will probably check out Gaming Historian's video on the museum afterwards. Because like I said, the way I describe it is it all started on a dark and stormy night. There was a... Okay, the wind's going to naturally curve it, so let's go ahead and see what this does.
Nice shot.
It's good timing, but it's going to overshoot the green. Overshoot the target I was hoping to get.
Nice on.
Like I said, there was a dark and stormy night. I couldn't sleep, and for some reason, since I couldn't sleep, I decided to try to... That wasn't good. At least it's going to stop short, but it probably would have done good had I hit it hard enough. There you go.
Nice par.
Still got par. Hey, Hepwell, welcome to the stream. Talking about my trip a couple weeks ago to the video game museum, but it is kind of funny. The day I normally stream is the day I went to the museum. So,
Ready?
and then we hooked down to San Antonio afterwards, and my gosh, any of you guys that live in Texas, I don't know how you stand that heat. I'm from Illinois, and we do get heat like that sometimes, but notice I put the word sometimes on there. We get that heat. You guys get all the heat all the time. Oh, that was a perfectly down the center shot. It's probably going to end up messing with me this way. Notice I'm not dealing with like ball spin or anything like that because I'm still learning how to play this game. Bought this game, haven't played it yet, hoping to power through. Oh, okay. I haven't got... How is that game? I don't know how to pronounce it. Sekiro? Shadows? How is that game? Yeah. I don't like this. It's at 160 yards, so 180 yards. Let's go with 5. Would it make me feel better? Yeah, much better.
Nice shot.
I'm glad I did, because that would have definitely overshot if I did it at a different club. Par 5, I may get on the green in less than that. Green is 103 yards.
Nice shot.
So far, I'm liking this game. I played through this course yesterday just to give it a try. I thought I was going to go on the green in 2. I should have picked another club. Oh, that was almost a chip in. 2.3 feet. Will it just give me a tap in? Yeah, just tap in. So, par it is again.
Nice par.
Nice. Sekiro is like a Souls game, but you have a lot of stealth, customization to your character. Good so far, but like the Souls game. But like the Souls game, it's just brutally hard, yes. Well, it's not that... I didn't find... I don't find the challenge in...
Ready?
At least Demon Souls to be a deterring factor. To me, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, you know, you can just go in it and see how far you can get each time. That's kind of what I view it as. Returnal kind of has that same play style.
Nice shot.
But of course, I always say that usually the more difficult the game, the shorter the game is. There are a few exceptions to that rule, but hey, Chid, how you doing? Chid255, welcome to the stream. I know it's been a while since I've seen all you guys, so I'm trying to say hi to you as you come in.
Nice shot.
Don't hit the tree. There we go. Nice. Yeah. I'm going to keep doing that just because I'm playing as Waluigi. Alright.
Nice on.
First chance I get it a birdie. And the ball slants a little bit that way. Green's coming back at me a little bit. Oh, it was still way too soft. See how far I had to go after that? Ah.
Nice par.
I'll get a birdie eventually. I'm doing better the first time than on the first time I played this hole, but the first time I played this course on here, I got a -1. I was very shocked too, because I spent the most of the time above not even. Like, because my first few holes learning the controls, I got a bogey, another bogey, a third bogey, so I had to keep doing better the rest of the game.
Ready?
Been having a good couple weeks there, Chid255. Right before I got on stream, I saw, like, I've been working, today was my first day back at work in a few weeks, so I haven't been able to, yeah, that's not going to be good. I haven't been able to keep up with the video game news today as much as I did, but right before I got on stream, I saw that Nintendo finally announced the new console that everyone has been touting as, oh, the Switch Pro, and yeah, basically confirmed it to be what I thought it was going to be. Just a minor upgrade to whatever the Switch already is. Did you guys see that announcement? The Switch OLED screen. Yeah, I actually got pretty close to the hole there. But still in the rough. Oh, fudge. Yeah, I'm just trying to get on the green. Actually, if I would have angled that over a little bit more, a little bit better, I was really just trying to get on the green so I didn't screw up. I was going to say that. Almost too much mustard on that one. Been doing pretty well. Finished Fallout New Vegas the other day. It took 30 hours. Okay. I actually haven't beaten that game. I picked it up for cheap on one of the video stores that closed down in my area and was clearancing out games. So I thought I'd pick it up because the only other Fallout game I've played is Fallout 76. And apparently it's not a good one to start with. Ooh, the wind's at my back.
Nice shot.
Let's see how this goes. Oh, it's a little off. Wouldn't be a hole-in-one. But yep, I'm glad I held back on that one. Still going off into the rough. I would think that the ball wouldn't... Oh, that was so close. I'm sinking the pars when I get that close, but man. I already have a launch switch and a switch light, so no need for the OLED. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Hepwo. The funny thing is, I do have the OLED version of the Vita, and that is awesome. But just like how you see I'm playing the Switch right now, that OLED display is not doing me any good on my TV. And so, sadly, I don't think there's going to be 4K like a lot of people were thinking. I don't know any tablet that has 4K, much less the Switch. So that's why I knew 4K was out of the question. Whoops, that was not good. But I did see Nintendo's been experimenting with ways to trick the Switch into doing 4K, not actually a full 4K display. So, yeah. I kind of agree with you, Heppo. I don't have a need for the OLED. I actually have two full-fledged Switches because I knew... Oh, that's way off. I didn't want a Switch Lite. I wanted another full-fledged... Oh, that was still pretty close to the hole for messing that shot up so bad.
Nice, huh?
So the second Switch I got was again purchased with rewards, and I do take it into my school, so if we have esports competitions, we can use it, but... I mean, mainly it's because I wanted a Switch that... Look at that! Is that a birdie?
Nice birdie.
First birdie. All while talking about whatever. But yeah, so I didn't buy a Switch Lite. I bought another Switch for the same price as a Switch Lite, basically. Back when there was a shortage. There still is a shortage, I guess, but... 3 and New Vegas are incredible games. Would definitely recommend that. I'll have to look up... Fallout 3 is on Game Pass, so I'll have to download that one. I think it's on Game Pass. One of them is. Hey, Jeffrey Maschek, welcome to the stream. Buddy got Hero for the 2600, best retro game I ever played. You know, Hero's a good one. I didn't know how, I guess, unknown that game was until I started seeing Metal Jesus tout it, because he's right. That game is amazing. It is one of the best retro games I ever played. I think it's better than Pitfall. Ah. Of course, I hooked it in the direction the wind's blowing, so it's going to go right underneath that tree. I will say I'm happy with this game. I really am. The last 2 modern games I've purchased were definitely well worth it. I purchased this game and Ratchet & Clank.
Nice shot.
Again, I didn't pay full price for either. But definitely the best 2 modern games I've played in a while is this game and Ratchet & Clank.
Birdie.
And of course, everything on Game Pass is good. Come on, make it in. Oh, come on! Only another foot.
Nice call.
Yeah, most of what you play on your Switch is on your TV. Rarely use internet games where Ethernet would benefit. Oh, yeah, true. You know what? I should get a... You just made me think about it. For my streaming Switch, the one that I stream from usually, I should get that hardwired in, because sometimes I get a lot of drops from in here, and I don't know if that's because of Nintendo or because of my Wi-Fi setup. I actually don't know. But yeah, I don't have anything hardwired on mine either. But for those wanting to switch, they should wait and get that one perhaps. Yeah, if you don't have one, don't make the only Switch you have the Switch Lite. I agree with you on that one. I think Fallout 4, 3, 4, New Vegas 76 are all on Game Pass. Yeah, I'm never going to play 76 again. I am biased against that game because I bought it about a week or two after it launched, even hearing some bad things about it. And I thought, okay, it's been a couple weeks. They're definitely patched out a few of those things. Now it's going right for the bunker. Still in the rough. I don't like the way this looks. Let's see what happens.
Nice shot.
Come on, avoid that river. Avoid that river. Yes. I could not have planned this. I couldn't have planned that shot. That shot was amazing. Alright, wind is 9 miles an hour that way, so let's go ahead and do one of these. Oh, this is going to be close. A little too much over. I hit the pin.
Nice approach.
I thought it went in. Oh, that's a little hard. But I made it in.
Nice birdie.
Another birdie. Better than Pitfall 2? Okay, that's a good comparison. I like it better than the original Pitfall. Let me clarify that, Chid. Good one. I like Hero better than the original Pitfall. It is so. I think it's the best game pre-1985. It's a good one. There are some good games before then, but it's the best platformer prior to 1985, is what I'll say. Like, I like Beam Rider was a good game. That's also by Activision, but that's like an arcade-style shooter game. I really like that one. It's supposedly, I guess, inspired by Space Invaders, but they add a twist to it that I really like. So, I mean, obviously that's a good game. I think that was originally developed for like Commodore 64 and computers first, though. All right, wind is 13 miles an hour that way, so let's go ahead and do this. That's a hook, okay. That's okay, hook it into the wind. I don't care about that. Pitfall 2 is better than Hero. Yeah, that's why I said it's definitely better than the first Pitfall. It's been so long since I played Pitfall 2, I don't think I would say it is better than Pitfall 2, but it's been a long time since I played Pitfall 2. I just played Hero at that video game museum. They had it set up for the Atari 800. I'm sorry, they had it set up for a ColecoVision, and I played it on that. So I just played Hero not too long ago.
Nice on.
I'm telling you, I'm hitting these like crap, but they're still going. They're still going where I want them to. Come on. Oh, not enough mustard. I'll give you that, yep. Never played Hero, so can't make a proper opinion on it. Being better than Pitfall 2. I would say comparable. I mean, I think Pitfall, Hero, and Pitfall 2 are good platformers to play. What other platformers, though, are there that you can really compare them to? I was trying to think of, like, single-screen ones where they would do that. Obviously, Super Mario 2600 is a platformer, but it came out way later. There we go. Now we have some nice weather. The wind's coming back, and it's 7 miles an hour. Let's try this. Of course, I hit it straight as an arrow when I'm aiming for the bunker. It is really hard to tell exactly where the ball's going to come down. It always comes down later than I think it's going to. Yeah, I hooked it. But that could be a good hook. Look at that. It's almost lining up. Oh!
Nice on.
Oh my gosh. I couldn't have planned that any better either. Looks like a straight shot. Birdie.
Nice birdie.
We're doing pretty good here. Smurfs on ColecoVision. Okay, yes, there you go. And Smurfs is a good game. I didn't have that when I did my ColecoVision review initially, so, or at least I don't remember if I did. I didn't review it in the video, is what I'll say. I'm pretty sure I didn't have it when I did that video. And I remember a lot of people were like, "Oh, you didn't review Smurfs. You should have reviewed Smurfs." I'm like, sorry, it wasn't. I didn't have that console growing up, so I didn't know that Smurfs was actually a big deal. But yeah, Smurfs is a good one for that one. Yeah, I didn't really get into platformers till Super Mario Brothers in 1985, because I think that's when everyone got into platformers, to tell you the truth. Oh, this is terrible. 205 yards. Oh, I undershot it. It's going to hit that tree. Yep. Oh, it went through the tree. And into the bunker. I was kind of surprised I went through the tree. Let's do one of these. Yeah. 53 yards. It's going to go off to the rough again. Oh, I'm sticking it up on this old butt. Oh, of course. 61 yards. Well. See, that's why I said I couldn't tell where that ball was going to go at all. Oh, yes. And that right there was a mistake. By the way, I didn't mean to press the button. I was trying to speed this along. There's no way to cancel once you start your shot. That's one criticism I have of this game. There should be a way to back out of a shot if you accidentally press the button to keep going. They take that as a misstroke, so you got to be very careful with that in this game. BC's Quest for Tires on ColecoVision. Interesting. I don't know if I played that one, Chid. Montezuma's Revenge. Yes, that was also on Atari, because that's the one I remember playing it on. So, yep, you're right. And what about, what's the one I'm thinking? Is it Jungle Hunt? The one where he swings on vines? That'd be a platformer. Hey, Julius, welcome to the stream. You said you're getting the new Switch, right? Sadly, we were just talking, I agree with Hepwa was saying, my personal opinion is that I don't play my Switch portably that much, so sadly, there's almost no incentive for me to get an OLED screen because it's just going to go to waste. I play my Switch 98% of the time, is what I'm going to say, on the TV. I rarely, if ever, play it not on the TV. So it'd just be kind of a waste to get the OLED screen just to have it sit in the dock. I'm actually kind of surprised to see that the OLED screen can be docked. I thought it'd be something like, oh, we're giving you this amazing screen, you should only play this portably. New Switch Lite with... What in the world happened there? Since I sliced it off there, but... Well, at least I hit the green. Same here, you're not getting it. Yeah, it's... And that's the thing, I just saw that news just before I went live on the stream, so I don't know much about it. I just saw one little quick snippet about... Ooh, hit the flagpole again. I got a bogey that time. I'm doing worse. Now that I'm getting in the later one. 4K, what you would upgrade? Well, that's the other thing, too. I had a very strong inkling that they were not going to do 4K. Because there's still not a tablet that does 4K. Apple doesn't do it with the iPad. So I don't see Nintendo doing it because they have to have a reason to upgrade the graphics. They have to have another gimmick, another gameplay thing, because they tried just updating for graphics in the past, and it always bites them in the butt. They would probably claim the Wii U, the graphical upgrade to the Wii, was one of those consoles where they got suckered in updating the graphics, but really the GameCube was a flop that was one of the most powerful graphics cards of any system in that generation. Ooh, almost landed right in the hole, almost got a hole-in-one. I think in the entire time I played golf games on console, I think I've only gotten a hole-in-one maybe one time. This is interesting. I think I'm just going to putt straight through it and see what happens. Oh! What a putt. Long bomb. Nice. But yeah, I agree. 4K would be an upgrade. And of course, that would be one that would, if it would have to translate into the TV. But yeah, right now there's not one tablet in the world, I believe, that is doing 4K. Not even the iPad Pro. It does Retina, but I don't think it does 3620 by, is it 3620 by 2048? I think it's like a odd resolution, like a 1500 pixels on one end.
Ready?
Something slightly above 1440. And Nintendo's not going to trailblaze, was my point. They're not going to trailblaze by having the first 4K tablet. And that's another thing I thought too, is they really don't need to upgrade to a 4K tablet if the non-4K version's still selling well. And it is. Thanks, Chad. I appreciate that. The GG. Just got an RTX 3070 card. Okay, are they finally becoming back in stock? Because before I got my PlayStation 5, I was honestly just gonna give up and get a gaming card, get a new gaming PC instead, until the consoles became cheap enough to buy. But unfortunately, ooh, this is looking good. This is looking good. Oh, look at how close that was. That looked like a matter of like 2 pixels that I missed the hole by. This is looking like another straight shot. That's not hard enough. That's not enough mustard. Just enough mustard. I thought I had to let it go a little bit more. Bought the Switch Lite for the built-in D-pad. Okay. You know what, Heppo? That was a legitimate thing for me. But if you notice, the Switch Pro controller has the built-in D-pad as well. And sadly, oh, you guys can't see that because there's no light, but that has a built-in D-pad too, and that's what I'm mostly playing with. But I will say, not all the games that I wish had a D-pad support the D-pad. I should say that again. Not every game uses it, and I think every game should. They should let you use the analog stick or the D-pad if you want.
Ready?
Not, oh, we mapped changing weapons to the D-pad, so we can't use that. You have to use the analog sticks. I'm just like, well, you know, I think games should stop dictating the way we have to play them as a challenge. Ooh, this is not looking good to me. It's gonna go right off into the green, into the bunker. Yep. I should have backed off it a little bit. Yeah, not quite a chip in, but that was close.
Nice.
Another par. There we go. So anyway, Hippo says about you say as silly as that is. I didn't think that was silly at all. That was a legitimate. I agree. I wish that there was a built-in D-pad on the Joy-Cons. There really should be. Mostly play the original, the OG Switch model docked with a Pro controller. Oh yeah, by the way, excellent controller. By the way, yep, I agree. 1080p is already enough for me, you know, and that's the thing, Christopher, that I was talking about with this generation of consoles, is that this is going to be, I mean, really, I thought the PS4 and the PS3 generation, those two generations, it was very fine cutting. Looking back on it, the PS3 still looks great, and the PS3 does 720 for most games. Like, I would like to go back and replay the original Ratchet and Clank Future trilogy on there. And I bet you it's going to hold up almost as well as the PlayStation 5 version. Because we're at the point now where our eyes literally cannot tell the difference between the resolutions we're seeing. Honestly, you know, obviously more polygons is that's something you're going to be able to see. But this is 1080p and it looks great to me. This doesn't need to be in 4K for me to enjoy it better. I mean, honestly, if they did put this in 4K, I'd be like, I'd like to be able to see the hairs coming off of Waluigi's chin. And stuff like the increased poly count and stuff like that. Like, wow, that's neat, but it's not stopping me from enjoying this game. Almost got it using the Newegg Shuffle. I don't know what's the Newegg Shuffle. I know what Newegg is, but I don't know what the Newegg Shuffle is. Anyway, just wanted to swing by, see how you're doing. Need to get going now. Hey, that's fine. Have a great night, man. I'm not streaming long tonight, by the way, guys, because this was my first day back at work, and believe it or not, I am tuckered out from the 3 weeks of not working and the 1 day of working. I know my friends are giving me grief, too. I've turned into such an old man. Look at that. Waluigi is a master at putting. Thanks, Jed. We'll see you next time. Have a great night. I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, steady frame rates are more important. I agree with you, Hepwo. That was something I actually didn't notice until I started playing games on the Switch that are also on the PlayStation 5. And oh my gosh, is the frame rate thing an issue on the Switch sometimes. Like, this looks fine. I think this is probably... This could be rendered at 720, to tell you the truth. I personally wouldn't be able to tell the difference. This could be 720p, or it could be an odd resolution before 1080p, but the frame rate looks right to me. It looks at least 30 frames a second. But like Link's Awakening, the frame rate on that thing sometimes drops down into the like 20s, 20 frames a second, or 15 frames a second. And you can tell sometimes that game just really trogs along.
Nice shot.
Thank you, Mr. Announcer. Let me see here. Frame rates are more important to me so that the game plays better and moves better. And you know what? I actually, for the first time, about this time last year, was the first time I ever played a game in 144 frames a second and at 1080p. And I really thought to myself, I'm like, wow, this is so much better. Playing a first-person shooter in 144 frames a second, it's almost like seeing it in real life, the way it moves. Like, if I move a gun barrel across something, it's keeping up in real time with my hand. It took me forever to get used to seeing my mouse cursor on Microsoft Windows in 144 frames a second, just because it's one of those, I don't know how far back I am. I'm not even paying attention to my shots.
Nice shot.
It just looks really weird that the mouse doesn't have a frame rate on a Windows machine when it has that many frames a second. I also did one of those free online frames per second checker, so you can see what the same thing looks like in multiple different frames a second. It's really cool to see. I play, it's strange I play Xbox the most because of Game Pass, but the Switch is my favorite due to its insane exclusives, and portable versions are your favorite games, even at 30 frames a second. I agree with that too, and like I said, that is also... Most of the stuff is a sacrifice for portability, and we're willing to make... We as gamers are willing to sacrifice some quality for portability. Like, that's just the way we've always been. What'd I get? Did I beat my record? I did, I got -5. Holy cow, that was very good. I should have competed against some people. But yes, but that's the thing. I play the Switch mostly docked, meaning if I can, I'm going to play the game. I guess, like, I did play Diablo 3 on the Switch. That's pretty fun to play. I haven't played Skyrim on the Switch. I've heard it's very janky in terms of frame rate. But what else did I play on here that's available on other systems? One of the games I just instantly noticed was... oh, we're not going to play again. Uno was one that came to mind because Uno on the Switch runs terrible compared to on any other console. I know it's a weird thing to say, but Uno just... The way the cards move and everything, it's really telling how less powerful the Switch is and how more power... Like, how much the cards on Uno take advantage of the processors on, like, a PlayStation 4 or something like that. It's just kind of strange that that's the basis I'm doing, because I can't think of any other games that I play on the Switch. Crash Nitro Kart, or Crash Team Racing, the CTR remake, that's one of the games I was thinking of. Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, all those play great portably. But yes, if I'm going to play it on the TV, I don't play it on my Switch on the TV very often. Just when I'm portable. Doing that. Hey, Damon Forbes, welcome to the stream. New screen for the Switch, ain't that something? We talked about that a little bit recently, and I was, just to reiterate my point from earlier, he's a righty, I am a righty. Alright, now we're going to play Ridge Rock Lake. This is a course I have not played before. I'm going to play all 18 holes, and this will be the last game for me today, because I am tired, and I'm gonna go Betty Bye early tonight. I heard somebody say that. I'm going to go night early tonight. I heard somebody else say that because they're used to saying it to their kids. But yes, we talked about that, and basically my opinion of it is, since I play my Switch, I say 98% of the time, and that's probably accurate. 95% would be stretching it. 95% of the time when I play the Switch, it's on a TV, so the new OLED display gives me no incentive to buy another one. But if I'm a kid, that's the version I'm going to want. If I'm a kid that it always has to ride places, not drive places, I'm going to be okay with, I would love to have the OLED screen. I will say this, I do have the PlayStation Vita that has the OLED screen, and I think it looks awesome. And I am used to playing the Vita not on a TV, because obviously you can play Vita games on the TV with the PlayStation TV, but I play my Vita actually still kind of often. Oh, hooked it. That's going to overshoot. And the OLED display does look amazing. Better than the Switch's display already. The problem is, without any resolution bump, it's definitely not worth it to me. I was not expecting 4K. I know a lot of people were, because that's been the expectation that the people who have been leaking console information have been saying. Oh, too much off to the side. So for me personally, it's not really worth it for me to get one, because it's not. Yeah, it's not going to be it's not the primary reason why I play the Switch. But yes, if I was a kid or if I play it more portably, it's definitely something to look forward to. I can vouch for the Vita that games look great on an OLED display. Played Doom 2016, Witcher 3, Dark Souls, Skyrim on Switch. Even though there are better versions elsewhere, Dark Souls portable, yep. Comes in too dark though. Have consistently adjust between docked and portable. Okay, that's interesting. That's something that I wouldn't think about, because, yeah, you're right. There are some games that I play on the Switch. Ooh. Okay, I definitely don't want to overshoot this one. Let's do it. I'm glad I took a club back. Apparently, if I overshoot this hole, it's going to throw my ball off into oblivion.
Nice, huh?
So I'm glad I've knocked back the club a little bit. Oh! Why am I just barely missing the hole? Oh, I almost missed the hole there, too. Got a par. Probably about 70-30 Dr. Portable for you. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just, believe it or not, the reason why I don't play the Switch portably that much is because I still play my Vita and my PSP and my Nintendo 2DS. Like, those are the things I still play that are portable, because they have games on there that I can't play on the Switch. The Vita, it's coming close. A lot of the Vita exclusives have now been ported to other systems. So it's not always the... That is interesting. I don't know what's on the other side of that hill. I can't really see it. 7 miles an hour. Let's just go for it. You know how you found out what's on the other side of that hill? You just go for it. And yep, I should have aimed it over this way a little bit more. That's okay. It's actually not a bad shot, because that puts me pretty much straight to the green. If I can just aim it between those trees. This is a tough shot. But we're going to go for it. And of course it's going to hook closer to the ridge. Come on, clear it, clear it, clear it, clear it. Yes! It was a risky shot, but it paid off. Onto the green in 3. Thoughts on this game? Looks a little easy. But then so is PGA 2K21. I like it better than PGA 2 or 2K21, but this game is it's an arcade golf game. It's not a golf sim. So for what it is, I would put it up there. I mean, I was very surprised when I saw that Camelot was doing this game too. It's the same exact way that I played so far. It's the same exact way that I played Mario Golf on the GameCube, only on the Switch.
Nice.
And you know what? I think the advantage to this game is that you can play it portably. It's kind of weird that the last Mario Golf game was on the GameCube. So it's been about 20 years, not exactly, it's been about 18 years probably, since the last Mario Golf game. So this game, oh, look at that, we got the cloud blowing.
Ready?
I don't know if I'm going to like this. Ooh, that's not.
Nice shot.
So as an arcade golf game, it's kind of fun. It reminds me kind of like Hot Shots Golf, almost. Yep. Oh, just barely didn't see the, missed the guy that's blowing smoke over me. It's coming back at me.
Nice shot.
It's gonna hit the fairway and bank off. Yep. How did I see that coming? I'm just getting used to it. So overall, I do like this game. I will say I didn't pay a full price for this game because I used my in-store rewards. Ooh, I almost hit the pin there. So I ended up paying $35 for this game with my in-store rewards, and they had it $5 off. So if you guys are wondering where you can get it $5 off, that's at Best Buy. This is going to be... Yep, I should have moved it over a little bit. I think that's a bogey.
Bogey.
Yep. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't think anyone going in this game should expect a golf sim. Absolutely, yeah. Now, you can use the motion controls, and I haven't used those yet. So, I mean, that could be more of a sim, but I like using it without it because this is the way I'm used to playing Mario Golf. Okay. You know what? I am going to go for the obvious route and just knock the club back a couple paces.
Nice shot.
Oh, that wasn't enough. It's going right for the water. Look at this. This is like slow motion terror happening right in front of me. Nothing I can do. It's going... Oh, it didn't go in the water. But I'm in the rough. This is going to mess with me.
Nice shot.
I will say the only thing I don't like from the arcade style of it is that there's no way to cancel a shot once you started it. At least not that I'm aware of. It's not going to stay on the green. Went to the right to the rough. Oh! Look at that. Why didn't that go in? Par. Definitely has a little Turf Masters feel to it. Yes. The good shot. Yep. Yes, I was going to say that too. I did play Turf Masters on stream not too long ago. Nintendo knows who to steal from. Yeah, game developers that went out of business 30 years ago. Or just 20 years ago. This is tough.
Nice shot.
Ooh, went right over the clouds. That's good. Clouds blowing some hot air. Now if it stays on the green, I'll be happy. I think Neo Turf Masters is called Big Tournament Golf on the Xbox Store. Yes, it is the same game. The Big Tournament Golf is the Japanese version. The Japanese name for it. Long putt. Don't expect to make it, but it's on track. Oh, look at that. 1.3 feet to the hole. Guess you gotta tap it in. Just tap it in. Get a little tappy. Tap, tap, taparoo. So yes, I think the advantage of this game over the other golf games, like right now I'm playing it exactly like it was. There is a story mode to this game I have not even attempted yet. I'm just playing the original golf game, and it's got the exact thing I remember about Mario Golf is still here. So far I'm not disappointed because it's still exactly the same Mario Golf I remember playing from the GameCube. In terms of new stuff, I haven't tried any of it yet. I haven't tried the motion controls, and I haven't tried the... Haven't tried the motion controls, haven't tried the new story mode yet. Come on, get up there. Get up there.
Nice on.
See, if I'm not too conservative, it's just going to way overshoot it. Alright, there we go. Finally, I thought it was going to go right off to the side. Finally got a birdie. It's called Neo Turf Masters in Japanese. Okay, yep. That's what I said. Hey, Brian. Welcome to the stream. Hey, it feels like it's been a while. Yep. Hope you're doing good. Happy to hear and hang out with you. Hey, it's perfect. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Yes, has been a little while. I was on vacation 2 weeks ago. Went down to Frisco, Texas, and actually on that Tuesday, I was in the National Video Game Museum. Awesome trip. There will be a video about that coming out this week. Just got to finish up a few final edits to it. Should be able to upload it tomorrow night and then make sure it passes all the checks. And it should be publishing on Thursday. But anyway, so yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. But then last week, during Tuesday, and just on Tuesday night, and just during the time I normally stream, my internet went out. We had some bad storms go through the area, and it wasn't... That's over 200 yards, so... You know what? I'm going to try this.
Nice shot.
Let's see what happens. Of course, I knew there was going to be a hidden bunker there, but I still hit the fairway, so we're not doing too bad. But anyway, just during the time that I stream was the only time I lost internet. Like the exact time. And when it came back on for the last hour, it was very, very slow. Tonight, I was a little late getting started because Patch Tuesday happened. Everything that I used to stream had an update. OBS had an update, the PC had an update, and the Switch had an update. It'd be funny if they said, due to a software update, we're going to upgrade your screen to an OLED display.
Nice approach.
I got this is the only game that lets you walk the course, even if it was running and picking up coins. Oh yeah, I haven't tried that yet, but I did see that in the intro video, and I thought I should try that sometime. The battle between the holes. Oh, circled around it. Did a little too much off to the side there. I'm curious to the motion controls. I enjoyed Wii Golf. Yes, Wii Golf was one of the best games on there too. I enjoyed it very much. Bowling and Wii Golf were my two favorite on Wii Sports. The baseball game came in at a very close third. Then it was probably tennis and then the boxing game on the original Wii Sports. On Wii Sports Resort, I enjoyed the golf game on there too. But I think the sword fighting actually got me on that one. Probably my top 3 on that one. Did the bad weather set off the air raid siren again? It did not. Thankfully, well, we were out of power, so that's probably why it didn't go off. But yes, thankfully it did not. And that's the funny thing is there was no bad weather when that air raid siren went off. Did I end up telling you guys what that actually was? Why that went off and what it was? There was a short in I found this out from one of the town's police officers. He said there was a short on an exposed wire on the siren that they usually use to set off for a tornado. That's not, and that wasn't a siren that they use, but it's a siren that's pre-programmed into the speaker. So when it shorted out, it set off a sound they never used. That's why it sounded so weird to me. And yes, that would be one that they would use like overseas in Europe. So yes, I called it the purge alarm because that's what it sounded like to me. You know, and that's the funny thing is, I've seen almost all of the Purge movies, but I'm very disappointed to see this next one because they're doing exactly what I thought. They're doing exactly what I thought they should do if they wanted to ruin the franchise. Yeah, that was a hidden Easter egg. This is gonna be tough. Perfect.
Nice.
This game would be hard to someone who's never played a Mario Golf game before, but I'm making it look easy because this is the first time I played it. But I've played Mario Golf games before. I played the heck out of the one for the GameCube when it was on the Wii. Oh. Well, when the Wii was backwards compatible with the GameCube because they didn't remaster it or anything. And I also had Mario Golf for the N64 for the Wii as well. I've been so far able to steer clear of these obstacles they have on the course pretty easily. But yeah, the reason why they're running the Purge movie, or at least why I think they are, is because they're doing what I thought they were doing. They're making the Purge last the entire time. Oh, the Purge doesn't end? I'm like, that was the whole freaking point of the Purge. One night only, and then the weird thing was that they went back to normal the next day. That was the thing that made the Purge unique from every other movie that had that everything goes to heck in a handcart. And now this next one is the Forever Purge, where apparently it just never goes back and the Purge lasts forever. That's not unique, and it immediately makes me think, well, these people, I guess there's only so many times they can remake the same movie before they try to change something, but I don't like the change. So sorry, I will probably not see the Forever Purge after seeing all the rest of them. Mario Golf on the GBA because it's different from the console game. It's an RPG game. You know what? I keep hearing that, and I actually do not own the GBA version. I should ask for that sometime. If somebody has it and wants to send it to me, contact me off stream because I would love to play that game. I have the Game Boy Player, so I can play it on stream. But yes, I actually looked, and I do not have Mario Golf for the GBA because I didn't own a GBA back in the day, but I would love to try that part out because people have told me that several times before. And I think a golf RPG would be something I'd want to try. Hey, I've tried a tennis RPG on the TurboGrafx, so wouldn't be the weirdest RPG I've ever played. Let's see what happens here. I think it's going to just be off. What'd I tell you? Just off. Hey, Jazz, welcome to the stream. How you doing? You know what? I think this just needs to be a straight shot in. Playing some Mario Golf. Brand new on the Switch. Have I played Golf Story on the Switch? I have not. Is that another RPG? I've seen it listed because sometimes it goes on sale. I never thought to purchase it.
Ready?
Let's aim for the rock. Gentlemen, welcome to the rock.
Nice shot.
There's a video on YouTube I just saw because, and it intrigued me because whenever people ask me what my favorite movie is, I usually say Star Trek, Star Wars. And one of the other two movies I say that are my favorite are The Rock or Armageddon. Just because of how horribly bad some of the movies can be. But The Rock, I think, is a very good movie, and someone did a YouTube video explaining how The Rock is basically like Sean Connery returning to be James Bond again. And I'm like, you know what? I see it now that somebody's pointed it out, but I just thought it was a good Sean Connery movie. Because he plays like a British super spy who got caught, all that stuff. There's actually a lot of things around it. I think it says something about The Rock and James Bond. So if you guys wanted to watch that video out there, the guy makes a very good convincing argument for how maybe that's the reason why I like The Rock so much. But of course, that was one of those Michael Bay produced. I don't know if he directed it. But every time it says Rock when I'm previewing the guide of where this is going to go, I keep thinking, gentlemen, welcome to The Rock. May he rest in peace.
Nice birdie.
It's sort of an RPG? Okay. Is there a great golf game on Atari? You know, that's the funny thing. Conan O'Brien has been, since his show has gone off the air, he's been showing a bunch of his Clueless Gamer sketches, and I've never seen those. Some of them are freaking hilarious. And one of the Atari games he plays is Atari Golf, and he can't even stand it. It's just like, he grew up in that time frame, and he's like, this is hilariously bad. And I do agree.
shot.
So, good golf game on the Atari? That I'm not quite sure about. Ooh, I think this is heading right in the path of this rock monster guy. Barely didn't make it there.
Nice shot.
I will say I haven't tried the story mode on this game yet. That's one of those things I will try eventually.
Nice on.
It's a sort of RPG. I wonder if the Rabbit King will get a release on the Switch. That's interesting. Oh, the Ribbit King. I'm not quite sure. I've heard of that. That's another one I haven't played, but I've heard of. I think Nintendo doesn't need to make any more original games. They just need to keep re-releasing all their old portable games and console games on this new console. That way, when they create a new console in 5 more years, when the new Switch comes out. By the way, that's been my prediction for a while. I said the Switch is not going to get a proper successor for 10 years. That was my prediction back in 2017. So in 2027, that's when I think the new Switch is coming out. That's just, it's probably not. I know I'm I'm not an expert when it comes to those things. Welcome to the rock. Welcome to... Oh, I thought it said the deep rock. I don't know where I'm supposed to be heading. I did not mean to do that. I meant to preview my shot again. Oh. How's that for blind, not knowing where this is going to go? So that means yes. Just thought I'd say, oh, I appreciate that. On lunch break at work. Just thought I'd say, oh, I appreciate that, Jazzy Jazz, stopping in. Do you have any thoughts on good golf games that you've played in the past, or one for the Atari or the Switch that I should try out? Let me know. I don't know how this is going to go. That is tough, because that cloud could have started up at any time and just knocked my ball completely off course. Look at that. Just choosing the right club got that in the right spot.
Nice on.
So that means there's no great game on the Atari. Switch is still selling out. Why make a generational leap now? I agreed. And that's the thing, too. It's not just the why make a generational leap. In terms of a tablet, the Nintendo Switch is already, like... People don't realize that gaming on an iPad or iPhone is not the best, because those are general purpose CPUs, and yeah, they have a GPU, but it's still a general purpose GPU. The iPhone, the iPad, except for the iPad Pro probably, they're still not designed well for video games. The Switch is. The Switch has a very powerful GPU for a tablet.
Ready?
It's still high up there. So until Apple starts beating the Switch much worse than they are right now,
Nice shot.
I have the feeling this is going to be the first time those clouds actually blow my ball off course. Oh! Just barely made it right in between them.
Nice on.
I mean, I'm not fully explaining what I mean by that, but I am going to say I just think it's because really the Switch is the #1 selling gaming tablet. It's kind of like the Game Boy. The Game Boy didn't really get an upgrade for 10 years. The DS kept getting minor upgrades for most of its life cycle, but it's kind of one of those things where really, why do you have to keep pushing out new hardware if your old hardware is still selling? Wonder if Valve is serious about Steam Portable. I doubt it, to tell you the truth. I really think it's something they should consider, but most of Steam's philosophy to date has been 100% PC gaming. Ooh, this is a tough hole. Yep, that's going right for the bunker. It's like I aim for it. And if I really wanted to be mean, I would ask, when is Valve going to get serious about PC gaming? Again, if I was trying to be mean. I'm not necessarily trying to be mean. Just expressing some opinions. I have no idea How in the heck? I'm going to try a special shot, just because. Yep. That's what I thought was going to happen. I have no idea how to get up this mountain. Low energy. Okay, there's the overhead view I was trying to get earlier. I don't know what to do other than hit the ball back the other way. Give me some space so I can actually hit it up the mountain. Alright. Do I have to hit that wind gust to get up there? There is a way to select...
Nice shot.
Oh, just barely made it up there. Yeah, that was the best way to do that. I'm going to get at least double bogey here, but that was the only way I could get myself out of there. It's because I hit that bunker. I should have hit it out of the bunker straight over, but instead, thought I could be the hero. I need a hero. I'm hanging on for a hero till the end of the night. How about that awesome putt?
Double
Still going to take me down to a -2. He's strong and he's fast and he's up. Wait. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be fresh from the fight. I need a hero, hanging on from a hero till the end of the night. Mongo, no! Bye-bye. Good old Shrek 2 references in here. Okay, that's a rock. Kind of. Sure, why not? Let's see what happens. Can I bank it? No, I got slowed down by the trees. So good that I actually did the best I could possibly do from there. Regular Wii Golf was fun. The controls are pretty decent. Oh, absolutely. We still, every once in a while, I still play the regular Wii Golf. Still got it hooked up to my Wii U in here.
Nice shot.
Oh, too much. Too much mustard. Way too much mustard. That was rough. Well, unless I make it in on this putt, I'm not making par. Yep. Too much mustard on that one too. I'm slacking. I need to try to break even on this one. Oh!
Oh.
I'm making those long putts, but it's way too late when I get up there. These last 3 holes have been very difficult. So now I'm back to a -3 overall? Is that right? 579 yards, par 5. This thing looks intense. Let's see what I got here. Gosh, this is tough. That's too far, but I think I can make it. That's going to be, nope, it's going to hook too far over because of the wind. Right in the rough. No, no, on the fairway. Heck yeah. Yeah, I've never been into straight up golf sims for the arcade style golf games. Wii Sports Resort. You know what? Those games are fun, and I do like the arcade golf games. But I also enjoy. Ooh, that seems way too far. That's going to hit some rough. I'm hoping it bounces. Nope. I can still get on in 3. 50 yards. Hit it from the rough, so that might give me some trouble. Nope, hit right where I thought it would. Alright.
Nice.
Can I get a birdie? 44 feet to the hole. It's going to be a long hole. Yep. Too far over. It's hard to tell from that distance how far that ball's going to veer. But we got par. But I also like games like Tiger Woods. I like Tiger Woods 08 and 09 are about my favorite. Still got it under 3. Not bad for the first time playing through that course. That course was more challenging than the first one. I made that look a little bit easier than it actually was. Again, just because I'm used to games like this. Never played Tiger Woods on the Wii. Oh, that game is pretty good. Think of how hard it would be as a motion-controlled golf sim. You know what? I didn't find it much harder than the Wii Sports version, but it has been a while since I played it on the Wii. I was talking about the first time I played, like Tiger Woods 08 and 09, were not motion-controlled on the... There we go. Balmy Dunes is now available in both Play Golf and Solo Challenge. So yeah, overall, I think I will like this game. I don't think this game is for everybody. I will probably have to try out the motion controls at some point in time and get back to you guys whether or not if I like the motion controls on here or not. Because you have to play with the Joy-Con and whatnot. But yeah. Whew. I know it feels like I just got started, but this is actually the end of the stream for me. It's because it is one of those nights where I had to wait for the updates to happen, so this is normally when I would stop streaming, but I wasn't able to stream for as long as I normally do. Let's check out a few more comments before I head out, and then we'll call it a night here. So you say you never played Tiger Woods on the Wii. Have to imagine that. Have to imagine maybe they had a Tiger Woods after the Wii Motion Plus came out. Yes. The ones I remember playing were, I think it was Tiger Woods 11 or 12, required the Wii Motion Plus, I think. Or I don't know if it required, but it was definitely compatible with it. So yeah. Like I said, it had been a while since I had streamed, so I was glad to see you guys out there. We actually had a lot of people stop in tonight so that I haven't seen for the last few weeks, so it was nice to see you guys on there. I do plan on streaming again next week, again, weather and internet permitting. Yep, definitely. So far I'm having fun with this game, but it's exactly what I thought it would be. I haven't played the Golf Adventure yet, or whatever Solo Challenge is, and I definitely haven't played it multiplayer, which is one of the reasons why I got it. I'm hoping, can you do, I'm actually curious here. Can you do, background music 100? Let's go back. Yes, there's network play. So sometime I should play this online with you guys if you guys get this game. I'd definitely be interested to see that. Let's see what my play stats are. I've only completed 3 rounds of golf on here so far. And I've played as Mario and Waluigi. I think I like Waluigi better. Yeah, see that? I played 36 holes with Waluigi, and I played 18 holes with Mario. Club sets standard, 16 out of 16. I don't know what star and double star is. That's probably something I can unlock with the story mode, maybe. Combined stats, 3 matches, 54 holes played. Coins collected 0 because I haven't been playing with that. No distance run. 17 birdies. That's actually not too bad. No eagles, no albatrosses, no hole-in-ones. Not yet. I only streamed for an hour. Actually, I got a little over an hour in. Where am I at now? I actually can't see the time. I know I told you guys it was going to be a short stream tonight, but I had to let you guys know I was still alive. Hour and a half. I got an hour and a half in. And I actually played the game on stream this time. The last time I streamed, I don't think I played at all. I think it was just mostly game footage that I already captured. So, it was fun. But like I said, it's kind of easing back into it. Next week, I plan to stream for the full amount. I'll start at my usual 6 p.m., go to 9, should be about 3 hours. Again, it all depends on everything that's going on, but tonight I am extremely tired. I had maybe 4 hours of sleep last night because, for some strange reason, first day back at work for 3 weeks, I had a little bit of anxiety, so I had a hard time getting to sleep, and then I kept waking up. So I was supposed to sleep for 6 hours, only got 4, I think. And that's why I'm really tired now, so I can't really keep going. And I got a few things I got to do before I go out for tonight, but hopefully this helped whet your guys' appetite for a little bit since I haven't streamed for a while. And next week I do plan to stream again. Don't know what I'll be streaming. I'm hoping to start doing some Neo Geo stuff, because I got to get some footage captured for the Ultimate Neo Geo AES review. We're definitely going to have to start production on that. This week I do have a video coming out. It's about the National Video Game Museum I went to in Frisco, Texas last week. It has a special guest star. I hope you guys welcome her to the channel. I think this is probably going to be the only time I can convince her to do it. But on Thursday's video, a special guest star is my mother. Is in that video. She went down with me to the Video Game Museum. We also went down to San Antonio after that. So, and yes, she plays some games with me and we compete a little bit back and forth. So it should be some fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week here. Hopefully 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And we'll start on time as usual. Hopefully, as long as there's no more updates to the stream box over there. Anyway, have a great night, everyone. Thanks for coming in, and I will see you all next time.